For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. Also, I've got a new merchandise store, hats, hoodies and new tee designs, all available right now on the link in the description. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 26 of Season 2 here at Everton Football Club, the final episode of the second season. As always, we'll be doing a season roundup and a squad report so you can see exactly what happened in all the competitions we were involved in, what happened elsewhere around Europe, and we'll have a look and see which players we think we might be moving on in the summer transfer window and which players we're hoping to keep. So we'll start with the competitions that we were involved in. As we found out yesterday, we unfortunately finished 6th in the Premier League table. We only lost the same amount of games as the sides that finished 1st and 2nd. However, we drew 18 games last season. 18. That was the difference between us finishing in the Champions League spots and us not finishing the Champions League. I think even just one game, if we'd have won one game more than we did, then we would have finished 4th on goal difference ahead of Arsenal. That's how close it was in the race for 4th place. Crystal Palace unfortunately lose out by 3 points to Manchester United, even though they dominated the league for the majority of the season. Norwich, Hull and Aston Villa have been relegated, unfortunately for them, so they will not be playing us next year, at least not in league football anyway. We'll have a look at the cup performances. Of course, we were hoping that one of the European spots available for cup winners would come to us in 6th place. Manchester United win the FA Cup on penalties over Arsenal by 4 goals, or by 4 pens to 3. In the League Cup, though, we were hoping that it would be like 2 top 4 sides again that were facing off. Arsenal were there, but unfortunately it was Swansea that were in the runners-up position, and they will get the European spot next year for the Europa League. So Arsenal win the League Cup, despite, unfortunately for them, losing the FA Cup. So we'll have a look at the Champions League. Real Madrid beat PSV by 4 goals to 1 in the Champions League final. PSV got there by beating Barcelona in the round of 16, then winning on away goals against AC Milan and Borussia Dortmund before unfortunately losing heftily in the final. Real Madrid obviously knocked us out by 2 goals to 1 on aggregate. They knocked Atleti out by 2 goals to 1 on aggregate, and then ended up winning the Champions League. So fair play to them. At least we lost to the eventual winners of the competition. Liverpool win the Europa League by 3 goals to 1 over Valencia. So there is an English team that wins in Europe. Liverpool, despite not finishing in the top 4, will be in the Champions League next year thanks to that victory in the Europa League. At least if FIFA recognises the new ruling, which it should do. So Liverpool should be in the Champions League next year after beating Valencia by 3 goals to 1. They didn't finish in the top 4, obviously, as we saw. It was Manchester United, Chelsea, Palace and Arsenal. Liverpool actually finished 10th, but they qualified for the Champions League. So fair play to them. We'll have a look at, quickly, the top goal scorer charts, etc. Harry Kane gets the Golden Boot. No one really scoring a lot of goals this season. 15 for Kane, then 13 for Benteke, Lukaku and Mitrovic. And then Welbeck, Fraser, weirdly, and Anthony Martial there on 12. So no one was really that prolific this season. We'll have a look down and see if there are any other Everton players in this list, which it appears there are not. Assist-wise, though, De La Feu clearly led the charts there. 11 assists for him this year. Axel Witsel got 5. He's also in the top 10. Any other Everton players in this list? Further down the bottom, the answer to that is also no. Thibaut Courtois got the Golden Glove, with Sergio Rico only keeping 10 clean sheets. We had the best, I think we had the best defensive record in the league. We definitely had it leading up towards the final weekend. And no, in fact, Chelsea, after conceding 27, have the best defensive record in the league. We did have the best one, but we conceded a handful of goals in the past couple of episodes. So 29 conceded for us and 50 goals scored. We had the 3rd best goal difference in the league and the 4th highest goals scored tally and the 2nd highest, or lowest, goals conceded. So we had a good season. It's just we drew too many games. Let's have a look at the other leagues around Europe and see who will be joining Liverpool and everyone else in the Champions League, just out of curiosity to see who won the other leagues and who will be joining us from the Championship, of course, as well. Coming up from the Championship are Southampton and Leicester. Both teams got relegated last year. Southampton destroyed the Championship, winning 109 points. And it will be one of Forest, Wednesday, Derby or Leeds that will join us in the Premier League next year. Burnley only finishing 11th after getting relegated last year. Out of curiosity, just want to see where Cambridge came. They came 4th. So Cambridge United in the playoffs. Don't know whether they got promoted or not, but that's a good season for Cambridge. I'm pleased with that. In France, Lyon win Liga with Stade Rennais finishing in 2nd. PSG only down in 3rd. PSG didn't win the league in the first season either in France, I don't think. So they're struggling. Well, I say struggling. They're still finishing in Champions League positions, but they are not doing as well as you would expect, PSG, after losing, of course, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Bayern win in Germany. No real surprises there. Dortmund, Leverkusen and Wolfsburg round out the top 4, as you would expect. In Italy, again, no shock. Juventus win Serie A with Inter, Roma and AC Milan in 4th. Napoli there in 5th. And we'll have a quick look at Spain as well, because, of course, it was a close-run thing between Barcelona and Real Madrid last year. How is it this year? Porto win in Portugal. Dundalk win in Ireland. Zenit in Russia. No shocks there. Scotland Rangers beat Celtic to the title for the first time in a very long time. Real Madrid win the league by 8 points. They actually were able to pull out quite a bit of a lead in the end. 8 points ahead of Barcelona. Villarreal in 3rd. Sevilla 4th. Atleti only in 5th. And Valencia losing Europa League finalists, only down in 7th. A couple of the league finishes not exactly as you might expect them, most notably PSG. But let's have a final squad report, shall we? The World Cup is ongoing, and I will show you the whoever wins the World Cup in the new season when we get there. There's only been 2 games played in the group stage as of now, but the squad report looks like this. Let's actually sort by position, shall we? So Sergio Rico and Alban Lafont are my 2 goalkeepers, 85 and 83 overall respectively, and I don't think we need to replace either of them, to be completely honest. Alban Lafont is actually getting pretty damned good now, so I'm probably going to stop training him. His positioning is slightly worse, but his diving is the same. Kicking is actually better. Handling is actually +1, +2 better, and reflexes are the same. So there's not that much difference between the 2 of them. It's just the positioning that is in Sergio Rico's favour. So why Rico's a full 2 ratings higher, I'm not entirely too sure. Considering the closeness in their stats, surely they should be the same rating, but never mind. Seamus Coleman is still my number 1 right back, and he will continue to be. He's fantastic. Really enjoy playing with him. Mason Holgate has grown really well in this 2nd season as well. He's going to continue to be my backup right back. Don't think we need to improve there. Tyus Browning, when he played, was fantastic. So I'm going to keep him as a squad rotation player, I think. With regards centre-backs, Mauricio Lemos is up 2 to 83. He feels threatened currently. Not really too sure why. He played well throughout the season. Feels he may have been replaced, but I haven't bought a centre-back in since bringing him in as well, so I'm not sure why he feels like he might be replaced. Socrates is now 30 years of age and 84 rated. No dropping in his stats, though, so he's probably going to keep hold of that first-team spot alongside Lemos in the starting lineup. Alfie Hill is now 81 rated, up 10 this season. Now valued at £18 million at 18 years of age. He is going to be fantastic for us in season number 3. Matthew Pennington, up 2 to 67. A decent rotation player, although Tyus Browning can play at centre-back, and that's where I've been using him. Funes Mori, still growing, up 1 to 81. So Alfie Hill and Funes Mori both 81. And then Lemos and Socrates 83 and 84. So our centre-back position is pretty well covered for now. Ryan Bertrand is still my number 1 left back. Played really well this year, as you can see, 7.5 average rating, and he will continue to be my number 1 left back heading into season number 3. Luke Garbutt and Brendan Galloway have been battling it out for first team football. Luke Garbutt's had a little bit more and arguably played better. 1 goal, 1 assist, and a 7.4 overall. But despite the fact that Brendan Galloway's overall is slightly higher, he has only played half the amount of games, so you would have expected that that overall would have dropped perhaps by the time that Brendan Galloway played 16 games, although he kept more clean sheets in the Premier League than Luke Garbutt, having played a game less. So I'm not sure what to do with left back. I think I'm quite happy with Garbutt and Galloway as backups, although maybe you guys might want me to go out and sign a brand new first team left back, and then maybe sell on Garbutt and Galloway or loan them and have Bertrand as my backup and have a top quality left back, because we 80 rated isn't really that high, so maybe that's something that you guys could let me know about in the comment section. centre mid, or CDM specifically, James McCarthy's still the best that we have available to us, and I really enjoy playing with him, continuing to be one of my best players. 84 rated at 27 years of age, up 2 this year. Callum Connolly's out on loan. I'll sell him or loan him out again next season. We'll stick with the centre mids for now, just to keep in formation. Axel Witsel is no growth from him. So I'd contemplate selling Axel Witsel to bring in someone that's much better, but I'd also perhaps contemplate selling James Ward-Prowse for someone that's much better, although he did play a big part in our season, despite only playing 26 games total for the year. So I'd be torn there. I could potentially sell Idrissa, but I don't think that I'm going to find anyone that's as good as him for as little as he costs. So I think Idrissa's going to stay. Asamoah, I'm definitely going to move on. I was hoping he was going to be a lot better than he was. I just didn't get on with him. In previous FIFAs, I've absolutely loved Kwadwo Asamoah, but this year, for some reason, I just haven't clicked with him. So, unfortunately, it's going to be a goodbye from him, providing I can actually get rid of him. We have a number of cams. Çalhanoğlu, obviously up 2 this year. Fantastic player, continuing to be in the starting lineup himself. Saponara came in and did really well. I enjoyed playing with him this year, so he's going to stay. Oli Cook and Shani Tarashai will go out on loan. I might keep Tarashai in the first team picture, but as in the first team squad picture, but I'm not sure. Yannick Bolasie, Yannick Carrasco are my 2 current left-sided midfielders, but I would be open to selling Bolasie to bring someone else in, but maybe we'd use Aidan Mitchell instead, because he's 76 rated at 18 years of age. So maybe when Aidan Mitchell comes back, we'll sell Bolasie and we'll use Aidan Mitchell as that backup left-sided midfielder. Ethan Cox has some decent stats, but could still do with more loan football. And then on the right-hand side, we obviously have Gerard Deulofeu, up 2 to 85 this year, valued at £35.5 million. 7 goals, 14 assists. The player of the season this year, I think. Probably the best performer for us, most consistent performer throughout the season. We do, of course, have Iñaki Williams available on the right-hand side as well. He's been very good for us, 85 rated as well, valued at 36.5, not £35.5 million. He feels he's underpaid, but I don't currently have the finances to be able to offer him a new contract. We'll have to wait till next season to do that. 4 goals and 5 assists for him. And then in the striking position, Calvert-Lewin and left winger Bradley Robinson didn't play in any competitions that I can see, but he's up 7 to 71, although I think the majority of that was done by myself training him. Dominic Calvert-Lewin got 1 goal in the Football League Cup, but nothing else really for him, out on loan at Oldham. Alberto Peñaranda scored 5 in 29 total for the season. I'm not sure how many of those were for me. I think he scored 2 in an Everton shirt in the amount of games that he played for us this year, but he's growing well. Up 2 to 81 rated, and his stats continue to get better and better, so he's going to be really good for us. Michy Batshuayi didn't have the impact we were hoping when we first signed him, but I'm confident that in season number 3 he will be able to continue to improve and hopefully become a very good rotation striker for our number 1 striker, Romelu Lukaku, who is now 87 rated, up 1 again. He got 15 goals in 32 games this year. After a very slow start, he came through in the remainder of the season. In the second half of the season, he scored a lot of goals for us, so I'm pleased with that. So I think the main point of concern is perhaps left back, centre mid maybe with regards to Axel Witsel, and maybe the left side of midfield as well with Yannick Bolasie, but I'm not sure. You guys will have to let me know in the comment section what you think I should do. But we'll head into season number 3 in the next episode. But that's going to bring this episode and season number 2 to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think I should do in the summer transfer window of season number 3. And I will see you there tomorrow.